Hi everyone, I'm early, 7 o'clock start tonight. I thought I would start at an earlier time. I'm just looking at my little spider over there, my little spider friend that's now catching bees. Gutted about that, but yes, I need to do something about that spider. I think his time has come. I think it's over. It's all over for Mr. Spider, or Mrs. I don't know, or Miss, whatever her name is, or his name. Anyway, yes, I'm early, so I've decided to start at 7 o'clock from this point onwards because it's easier. Hi, Tabitha. It's easier for me at night with my daughter when she's here, and also I've got some clients that are Eastern States, and it's just better for them. And yeah, they like to show up for the session as well. So for a few reasons. So I've jumped on early so I could do my share. So I'll do that now. Hi, Joe. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Brooke. Oh, it's good to see some people on already. Yay. Okay, let me do my share. Oh, what have I done now? Hi, Corrine. I've just stopped the thing. There we go. Okay, share. So, share. I hope you've all had a great week. Oh, I don't even know what to say about my week. It's just been another one of those weeks. I hope you've all had amazing weeks and a beautiful weekend. The weather here in Perth is absolutely amazing. And yes, I need to go on a diet. I was just thinking today I've got to go and do some really nutritious food shopping tomorrow. Might do some juicing, I think. Bear with me, I'm just doing my usual share, sorting it out. Okay, so that's one and number two in my group. Yes, we're almost at the end of the year. Hi, Sam. Oh, I'm so glad, Sam. I sort of was thinking I should start at 6, but it gets a bit tricky at 6 with my daughter. Just for dinner, making dinner and all that sort of stuff. I still need to do my motherly duties. My slavery duties. Okay, I'll just share into my group and then I am done. Okay, there we go, all done. Yay. It's nice to start early actually. Then I can watch a movie at night before I go to bed. I like watching movies, especially I rerun I rerun Outlander. I think I've watched series 1 probably, oh, I don't know, maybe, oh, it's ridiculous, probably about 10 times. I just find it helps me to detach or dissociate from life's problems. It's like a meditation for me. It does, it helps me to relax. And he's so good looking in the first series. He's just the hottest in the first series. So, hi Robin, hi Marsha. Hi Louise, are you making dinner now? Oh, I'm so glad I've jumped on at this time. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels better for me. It feels a little bit strange because it's unusual. I don't usually jump on at this time, but I will get used to it. I've got like a little box saying I'm live. I wonder if I can get rid of that. Oh, I just did it. Good. Okay. So if this is the first time you've jumped on, hi Becky. Hi Karina. Hello. Good to see you. If this is the first time you've jumped on, my name is Marina Lovas, and I refer to myself as the Soul Purpose Mentor, and I support spiritual and intuitive entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose. And I do so by, I just got distracted. Someone tried to bring themselves on camera. This is happening frequently. I'm sure it's accidental. So no, I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose in the intuitive arts. So things like channeling and tarot. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started on the evening. I have a Halloween event. It all happened randomly. So I just decided I love working online. It's great, but I've been craving getting my bowls out and my drum and just being in person. And it's a bit of a treat, isn't it? We're very lucky that we can still sort of wander around in Perth somewhat freely. And I thought I better make the most of it before we end up having lockdown again or something. Anyway, I booked a space and the only available space was on Halloween. And I said, oh, well, it must be then. It's got to be. And I really like this place. It's in Sterling. It's gorgeous. It's called the Flourish Centre. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I got so excited. I got so excited that I went and bought wax virtually straight away. My first dealer, things changed. So I've got a new dealer now, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I bought some beeswax. I'm going to make some beautiful candles for our spirit guides and our loved ones who have passed over. I'm going to make some beautiful Samhain, which means Halloween, treats, some beautiful cacao, raw cacao, chocolate, caramel brownie. The guides love that. So I'll create some of that for some offerings. And yes, so it's a one-day channeling immersion on Halloween. So I'm going to gift you, if you want to come, I've only got 5, I better put the link in the comments. I've only got 5 seats available because I got so excited. I told, no, that's wrong. Hold on. I've only got 5 seats available because I got so excited about it that I shared it before I had even had a landing page or even had any details up. I didn't even know what I was doing. I got too excited about it. I made a Canva post and then that was it. I was in it. Thrilled by the thought of having a channeling session, a full day immersion on Halloween and in person. I was like, just thrilled. So I couldn't wait to tell people. Anyway, I'm going to gift everyone a pendulum. You can see here who arrive with my pendulum workbook and training, and then plus we'll do some embodiments, somatic work with spirit. We'll do some remembering, so calling in some loved ones who have passed over, and do some remembering, which are narrative techniques, embodiment techniques, which are really profound if done properly. So I'm going to show you and teach you how to do that. And yes, it'll be an amazing day. Beautiful sound, drumming, just the immersion of witches coming together, because, we're all witches. All of my crew are anyway. We might not state it publicly, but, I just did. Well, everybody knows I am anyway. But yes, thrilled to bits. So it's $180 for the day. You just need to bring a light lunch, but don't bring a heavy lunch. If you want to come along, just something light, because I'll have heaps of snacks, heaps of cacao treats and some other stuff. So you won't need to bring, don't go too heavy. And in fact, when you eat too much food, it doesn't really work when you're channeling. It puts you to sleep, rest and digest. You go somewhere, you can't really channel. So just light food, and light lunch. And then yes, I'll provide everything else. So one of these little beauties too. I've got a few different ones. I think I've got amethyst, clear quartz, that's moonstone, obviously you can see. I've only got a couple of these left, I think. I don't know, I haven't looked. I've got a few. And then I've got amethyst and rose quartz, and so I'll give you a workbook, a pendulum workbook. We'll have a play with the pendulums. We're also going to do some psychometry on the day as well, which is reading jewelry. Reading jewelry. We're just going to tune into the invisible world, feeling, less worrying about seeing and more feeling, moving between worlds. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. I'm just like thrilled. I can't tell you how excited I am. It's almost like, I'm happy with whoever shows up. I'm excited. Can't wait. So yes, so the link is there. Would love for you to come along. Yes, but there's only 5 seats left. So it's on the 31st of October and only 5 seats left. So you will need to get in fairly quick. I've got a bit carried away. I sold it before it was even ready to be sold. Anyway, okay, so if this is the first time you have come on live watching me read, so how this works is I'm going to read 3 cards, and these cards will be an energy report for the week. And so I believe that the collective energy, everyone here is influencing what will come through for these sessions. Your spirit team, my spirit team. Excuse me, that was a little bit of a burp. I'm having Milo. I know, Milo. I usually have tea, but I felt like Milo. Your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, working in collaboration to bring guidance through with the tarot. And of course, you'll learn about the Mythic tarot. And then plus, I will offer free readings after the 3-card reading, energy report. So if you'd like a reading, you just need to put yes in the comments section. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. So excited about what you signed up for. Kim and I were chatting. Kim works with horses. She's amazing. Kim is amazing. She's got an amazing gift with the equestrian animals. Equestrian, is that what you would call that, Kim? I'm saying it all wrong. You know what I mean. She is very gifted. She's got a beautiful horse called Princess. Selena and I are obsessed with Princess. We keep replaying videos of Princess. Anyway. Hey, Nigel. Okay, I better pick 3 cards. Hi, Irina. Good to see you. Oh, it's so great to see everybody online. Hi, Carlita. Yes, so I'm here tonight. If you feel like sharing, please share my my video. It's good to share if you feel like it. Only if you feel like it. Okay, three cards. Big sigh. I had a very cleansing, if I want to call it that, cleansing weekend. I did a lot of emotional detoxing. It was intense, and I feel better for it, but I started off with like a massive headache on Friday. Whenever I get headaches, I know that I'm dissociated, like I'm thinking, overthinking, and not processing emotions. So I had a bit of a detox this week, an emotional detox. Anyway, okay, and that big sigh was like the recovery. I feel like I'm in recovery. Okay, first card. Well, she's well loved, this goddess. Her name is Queen Penelope, and she was married to Odysseus, and Odysseus went off to war to fight in Troy, and he took off was roughly about 16 years. So the war in Troy lasted for about 10 years, and then somebody else is, yep, okay, and then it took him about 6 years to find his way back to her. During that, I will say this. So Queen Penelope is sisters with Helen. Helen of Troy is her sister. Both beautiful women, both have amazing attributes. Her attributes was beauty and intelligence. She had both. She was beautiful and intelligent. And Odysseus married her very quickly, snapped her up quickly because he didn't, and she's quite a catch. Anyway, so there's a reason why I'm telling you why he took off for so long, and they had this really, like, they were soulmates. They were deeply connected. They were so connected that their marital bed, one leg of the bed was actually made from an olive tree. Was an olive tree that was rooted into the ground, and they built the bed around this, with this olive tree as one of the legs. So they believed that they had a forever love. They were eternal love. And, olive trees live forever. They're like amazing. Anyway, so he takes off. And so she's waiting for him to come back. And in the meantime, while she's waiting for him to come back, all these other suitors are trying to vie for her attention, and they want his throne. They want his seat. And she doesn't believe that he's dead, and they're all trying to convince her that he's never coming back. So, as time goes on, it's becoming more and more, she's receiving more and more pressure to remarry, but she doesn't. And so eventually 16 years later, he shows up, and all is resolved, and they're back together again, and life is good. But the moral of the story, or the point of this story, is that this card is about the long-term commitment to the heart, long-term commitment to your true passion, your true desire, long-term commitment to the vision, the going all in, regardless of what shows up, regardless of the challenges. She found ways to fight off, to get rid of these guys, and she set them these challenges that they couldn't fulfill. She was very smart and calculated in the way that she did it, but she did everything she could to meet every challenge that she was faced with, to avoid remarrying, and so that she could stay the course, to wait for her husband to finally come home. So this card is about the long-term commitment, the long-term commitment to the heart and to your passions. This week we're being called to stay, to don't give up. Focus on the long term, the long vision, the long road, the long-term goal, the big commitment. Focus on the big vision and don't let go. Don't give up. Don't give up. It will take time. We're being reminded with this card that anything worthwhile is going to take some time. We can't just, don't give up. Now's not the time to give up. And so she's a queen, you know, so she has this leadership. It requires personal leadership. You're being required to stand in your power. You're being required to empower your own life. You can't wait for others to do this for you. You have to stay, you're in for the long game, for the long haul. So for those of you who have like creative projects or have a business or have potentially, you know, you might be wanting love in your life. This is the card of, yes, it's going to happen. You will get what you want, but you have to be patient and don't give up. You mustn't give up, and you've got to prepare for the long haul. But this is also about making big commitments. This is the card of making big commitments. So if there's something that you want this week or something that you've been called to commit to, this is your yes, go all in. It's time to commit. Just do it. Just do it, because you're not playing the short game here. This is long term, and any bit of like training that you do is going to support you. Let yourself be supported. You know, go all in at all costs, at all price. She did whatever she needed to do to maintain her position, and you're being called to do the same. Okay, so the next card is another queen. Very feminine energy this week. Interesting. I'm giggling to myself because I'm thinking feminine energy. My relationship with the feminine is usually quite emotional and sensitive and intuitive and just really emotional. I would say I'm highly sensitive. Anyway, so the Queen of Cups. So she's about the sometimes I refer to her as subliminal Helen, but she is the mystery of love, the mysterious nature of love that we can't control. How's this? How amazing. I've just dawned on me. Here's Penelope and here's her sister. This is her sister, Helen. These two are both the daughters of Zeus. Daughters of Zeus. Leto was their mother. Yes, amazing cards, hey? The sisters are here. I love that. Don't know what that means yet, but anyway, that's interesting, don't you think? I think it's really interesting. Anyway, so Helen, let me give you a bit of back history to Helen. So we know Helen, well, you might not know, Helen, she eloped with Paris. So she was married to Menelaus, and he was a brute. He wasn't a very nice king, and he was older than her, very unattractive. Paris was very attractive, and she eloped with him, and Helen was a bit like that. Helen wasn't ever really told. She in the time in ancient Greece, it was very uncommon. It wasn't common for women to choose their own husbands, but Helen did. Nobody could tell her who she could be with. She would choose her husbands and her lovers. So in the card, so anyway, she was married to Menelaus, and she was over him, and she saw Paris, and she took off with Paris, and they ran off, and they went to Troy, and it caused the Trojan War. And you might have heard this saying before, but the face that launched 1,000 ships. So that's Menelaus and his brother Agamemnon and all their ships on their way to battle with Troy. And so she is the mystery of love. She is the mystery of passion. Like, you cannot force two hands together. She is the energy of not being able to control who you fall in love with or how you fall out of love. This is the mystery of love itself, and it will reveal itself in some way, shape or form this week. Love will find a way, and this is the strong energy, or passionate. But the queens have stable, strong energy, enduring. This is like enduring energy, powerful. You can see here that her dress is immersed into the water. She's one with the water element, completely immersed with the water element. And the water element is about your emotions, relationship, your feelings, sensation, love, matters of the heart, everything to do with the heart, emotional world. and she's scorpionic. So she's the unconscious energy of emotions. She's the deep, darker, secretive or secret feelings that we might have for another that we can't stop feeling, and it's just there. So this is the emergence of this in this week. You know, be prepared. This feels like a very emotional week coming up for us, very passionate, very heart-led, very emotional. Those of you who have partnerships or are seeking partnerships, or you've just met someone, this is a very passionate card. This suggests some deep experiences, deep emotional experiences. And sometimes she can be like the other as well. She can be somebody who's quite maybe disturbing isn't the right way. They use the word disturbing in the book. I don't think it's a good word, but someone who's quite mysterious, who a woman who walks into a room and just it's not she's overtly sexual or she's overtly sexy. It's just that she has this aura about her. So she might be someone like that in your life who you are being called to learn from, someone who has this kind of mysterious feminine power. And you're being called to learn from her and to embody some of that. So maybe there's a mentor or a coach or somebody out there who attracts you in that way. She has that kind of mystery and you'd love to learn from her. So this card is about relationship for sure. And it's not necessarily relationship with lovers, but potentially it could be. But usually when this card comes up in a reading, it's we are feeling strong feelings towards someone, or someone is feeling very strong feeling towards you. Okay. And now we've got the Ace of Swords. So the swords represent change. This is Athena. We've got another goddess. 3 goddesses. Very feminine week, hey? So Athena, excuse me, Athena rules the mind. She's strategic. She's also about fairness and wisdom and foresight and rationality, intelligence, and this in this card this represents perceptual changes, cognitive changes, where you used to believe something, but now it's no longer sustainable, and there's been a perceptual shift. You're starting to see life from a different perspective, or you're starting to see a different view. Sometimes when this card comes up, it can create what's called cognitive dissonance, where you're so desperate to hang on, there's part of you that's desperate to hang on to the old view because it's safe, and well, it's not necessarily safe, but it feels familiar, but you know it's bullshit. And yet, and you can see where the truth is, and it's causing this inner conflict. It's causing this conflict of feeling, or conflict of knowing things have to shift or have to change. So this is the start of changes. This is a good card. Change for some people can be pretty scary. I'll be the first one to put my hand up that I struggle with change. I think we all do a little bit. We like our comfort. But this is the card of change and new ways of perceiving, new beliefs, cognitive, like new ways of perceiving, new attitudes, new beliefs opening up, new ways of thinking about the world, which will ultimately create a shift, which will ultimately create changes to your circumstances. But it's just starting to emerge this week. So sometimes it can be big changes. So anybody here who's potentially thinking about change in one way or another, this week it could potentially happen. It's a bit like that. Well, I think it's a bit like this when we go through change. It's almost like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like you're never really prepared for it. Just one day you just decide, and then that's it. The decision's been made and you make the changes. It's like giving up a habit like smoking or drinking or overeating or whatever it is that you're doing. It's just one day you just decide. Nobody knows why people all of a sudden, well, psychology and psychologists, psychological theory, we don't know why people decide to change. We just know what the stages of change are. There is no literature out there that can tell us exactly you know, how, why, what makes people get to that point. We don't know. And I call it the straw that broke the camel's back. It's just all of a sudden one day you just decide. And then you can see the cycles, the cycles of change that people go through. It's a bit like the stages of grief. It's quite similar. So, okay, big changes this week. Changes coming up on many different levels. We've got Queen Penelope. You're in for the long haul. This is commitment. Commitment. Go all in. Whatever it is that you want to do, go all in, and you've got to go think for long-term future. This is the commitment card. Commitment to your heart, commitment to your dreams, commitment to the vision, commitment to love, commitment to the long term. This isn't the short-term game. This is a long-term goal. Then we have the Queen of Cups. This is passion, a very passionate card, very emotional card. It's very subliminal as well. So this is the unconscious desire and passion and love that we have that will find its way somehow this week to inform us, whether that be through a lover, whether that be through a coach or a mentor, whether that be through a friend, or maybe you will be the mysterious woman walking into somebody else's life. Who knows? But this is the mystery of love, how love finds its way some way, somehow, and it happens in this mysterious unconscious way. Change is upon us this week, and we're being called to think differently, to open up to different perspectives, to think about different views. Be open to making, be open to the truth. What once was is no longer sustainable. You know, to be open to the truth. Yes, it's going to cause some conflict, but necessary for the long-term goal. Necessary. Okay. Now let me do some readings. I'll summarize these. I forgot to actually I didn't forget to summarize the cards last week. I was overwhelmed last week. I had too many jobs, too many fiddly jobs, that I just kept on putting it off, and then it got too late. Then I was like, oh, it's too late now. I won't forget, because these ones are interesting. I want to channel some more on that tomorrow. I'll see what comes up. Yes. I have to get rid of this spider. Did I mention that? So I'm about to do readings for everyone, by the way. I've got a little black spider that's been keeping me company. So I feel a bit sorry for it, but I need to remove it. I won't kill it. I'll just remove it. But it's catching my bees. I've been having my bees popping into this room for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I got one out of its web. But I've just noticed, I've looked over and I can now see that there's 2 other poor little bees that have been caught. So goodbye, spider. It's time for you to find a new home. Can't have you killing my bees. Yes, I'm going to be scared to touch it. I don't like touching spiders that much, but I'll find it a safe place. Its web isn't very attractive. It's not an attractive web. It's not like one of those pretty webs that you would imagine. It's kind of spooky. It's got a spooky web. I didn't mind. I thought it was quite cute as it was catching the flies and stuff. But yeah, I'm not happy about the bees. Not happy about that. Okay, now who am I going to read for? Okay, Lilia, I'm going to read for you. Hi, Lilia. Let me see. What's it going to be? Lilia, here's your card. I hope that's your card. Oh, Lilia. Okay, you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. What's it going to be? A decision must be made. What path are you going to take? What will it be? You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your intuition. You are being guided, and you need to trust. You need to trust what has shown up for you. Trust that. Remember, you were in the transition and you were unsure. Now there's some surety. Well, somewhat. Now you're clearer, and your guide is pointing to a new, well, not necessarily a new path, but a path that you are being prompted to take, and you need to trust that. You need to trust your intuition on this. You received guidance. You have a knowing now. So the crossroads, here you are. What's it going to be? I can't make that decision for you. But You've had insight. This is the card of having received knowledge, receiving insight. So how do we receive insight with this card? It's in the ordinary. It's not something mysterious that happens in some mysterious something. It's, you see it, it's in front of your eyes. And often with people, when they receive this card, they're trying to get information. It's right there in front of you. You're being shown. We'll say this, we are going through Mercury retrograde right now. He rules Mercury. This is the Mercury retrograde of the tarot. What does that mean? So when we're going through Mercury retrograde, we know that we're going over, well, you might not know this, but you're going over old ground. It's a revisiting, reassessing, reevaluating, healing, redoing, tying up loose ends or cutting ties. But whatever it is, whenever we go through Mercury retrograde, it's like we get a second chance. People put down Mercury retrogrades as being like really bad. They're not bad. They just help us find clarity. We get clear and we get to redo what has been left unfinished business. So you are getting the clarity that you need now, and you need to trust that. You're being guided. The path is being pointed to you. You know exactly what that is. You just need to trust it. Okay, Lilia. Yeah, it was a bit of an oh my God moment. Okay. Yes, in Australia we relocate bugs. Yes, we do. We just relocate them. Sending love, Lilia. Okay, Corrine, I'm going to read for you tonight. Are you still here? Corrine. Hi, Vicky. Good to see you. I'm early tonight, Vicky. Popped in early. Corrine. And Sam, I'll read for you next. I'll just read for Corrine first, if she's still here. I think she will be. Yes. Okay. Corrine. Staring straight at me. Whoops. Corrine, this is a good sign. Usually when I read for you, you seem to have some of these really heavy cards. This is a new start. This is a new chapter emerging. And something new is happening. There's a vision. There's a vision there. Your imagination, you can start, you're seeing things. You're like an oracle right now. There's a brand new chapter opening up for you. A brand new chapter, a new start. You need to trust the vision. If you watch the beginning of this reading, you've got to say yes. You've got to go all in. Trust our Queen Penelope. She has your back, and she's very intelligent, and she's calling for you to go all in. This is Zeus. Zeus is the god of the gods, the king of the kings, and he rules the wands. And the fleece that he's carrying on his shoulder is your sole purpose, is your destiny. And there's more bugs. And yes, and see how big the flame is? That's the start of something new, the start of a new creative project, a new idea that needs to be put in, like needs to be made manifest, that needs to be put into motion. You need to start acting on it. The wands and the fire element it's masculine energy, meaning that it requires action orientation. It's not something that we do on the inner. It's something that we do in our outer. We take action towards it. You're being called to take steps. Start taking steps. The magical energy of the wands is that you don't know what the next step is until you take the first step. Well, maybe I'll say it like this. It's consistently, well, insight, knowing what the next steps are, happens on the edge of discovery. Each step affords a new view, affords new opportunities. You need to take the first step. You won't know what to do until you take that first step. So you need to trust that and take a leap of faith. Trust it. Okay. Who am I going to read for now? Thanks, Samantha. It's good to see you. Oh, that's right. I said I was going to read for Sam, didn't I? Sam. Hi, Kelly. What's happened to it? It's just paused for some reason. My laptop. I wonder if I should use my... I don't know. Anyway, okay. Sam, I just completely dissociated then. Could you tell? I went somewhere else. Okay, Sam. Sometimes that happens. Dissociation. We do that as a way to manage trauma. I'm not in trauma right now, but dissociation is interesting. It's good to notice it when it shows up. I just noticed it then. Anyway, okay. Did I say? See, I forgot who I was reading for. It wasn't Sam, or was it Sam? Sorry, I just want to check your name. Hi, Carmen. Sam, whoever I said I was going to read for, can you just, it was Sam. I'm pretty sure it was Sam. I just need to, I can't see. Sorry, guys. I went off somewhere. Sam, it was Sam. I knew it was Sam. Okay. So I wasn't going off somewhere else. Well, I was, but I'm back. Okay. Sam, this is your card. Is it? Yes, it is. Excuse me. So this is the card of commitment. Again, can you see here? This is the commitment card. This is the commitment with this sense of maturity. This is the commitment to the heart, commitment to the spiritual goals, commitment to your soul, commitment to your soul purpose, commitment to the higher purpose. This is a really beautiful card, and this foretells of soulmate kind of energy, and not necessarily with someone outside of you, but the connection that you have with your soul. This is the allying with your spiritual self. In the story, Eros, this is the final card in the story of Psyche and Eros, where they have gone through so many trials and tribulations to finally get to this point where they can see each other for who they really are, and they can see each other for their flaws, and it's still okay. They love each other anyway. There's full acceptance. But this is the card of you finding that full acceptance for yourself, that you are being called. This is like the work, the inner work that you've been doing, or that you need to do. You either have been doing it already, or it's something that you're engaging. You've just started engaging in. But it will bring you love. It will bring you that the kind of love that you're seeking, that you want, the kind of connections that you want with others and the other. It will bring that to you. But this is about you doing this inner work of loving yourself, basically accepting you. And this has gone. Psyche, to get to this point, she had to face the dark night of the soul. She had to go into the underworld and meet with Hades and Persephone, and Hades being the unconscious and Persephone being the subconscious. And she had to meet with those two, the darker aspects of her being, to finally find the light within. So this is a beautiful card. It foretells of great relationships, love, and pure love and unconditional love, and the allying of your soul, and healing, deep healing, and it foretells of like loving relationship. So this is a good card. If I don't know what's going on for you right now. I don't know, but my sense is that your heart has been you've been doing a lot of work around the heart chakra, and this is bodes. This is good energy. This is like good fortune. This is healing and love, and finding the right one, being in your life sooner than later. Okay. Right. So, what's going on? My computer's just stalled itself. There we go. Okay, who else am I going to read for? Eva, I'll read for you. Nigel, I'll read for you as well. You're next, Nigel, after Eva. Do you know a card just flew out then? It's got to be for you. It's got to be for you, Eva. Yes, I'm going to read for you. A card just for... Actually, I'm going to put it back in because I was thinking about Nigel too. Hi, Shannon. You made it. Hooray. And my computer's stalled again. I wonder why it keeps doing that. It's been chopping in and out. It might be the heat. It might be the heat. It's all of a sudden got really hot in Perth. I think I mentioned that to mentioned this before on a live with Perth weather. It's cold and then it's just hot. It's not, there isn't really a lot of sort of in between. My mum said it this morning. It's just, this is typical Australian weather, or typical Perth weather. She said Australian weather. 1 minute it's cold and then it's hot. Okay, she's Hungarian, by the way. My parents are Hungarian. Okay, Eva. Here's your card. Eva, this is you going through a transition. There's changes coming up for you, or you're in the middle of the process of changing, or you're feeling a bit lost and confused about what changes to make. Whatever's happening for you right now, you need to trust that, well, maybe I'll say it like this. You're in a transition. So the clarity isn't quite there yet, but you will be able to see, you will get clarity soon. It's just not yet. So usually when this card comes up, I recommend that my clients don't make any big, bold moves, just to learn to sit in the uncertainty of you don't know, the anxiety provoking energy of change. When you know things are shifting, but you just don't know what direction you're going in or what direction to take. This is the pool of forgetfulness. This is when we go into the unconscious. It's like we're wandering around unconscious, can't see. There's no conscious awareness with this card yet. Hecate or Hecate is taking you into the underworld. She's leading you into the underworld. You are facing some shadows. And sometimes the underworld, well, with this card, it's not all scary. Sometimes people float in this groundless space, excited and curious and you know, oh look, there's something interesting, and you know, all these potentialities and possibilities, and other people might find it really frightening and scary to be in this place of uncertainty. And so this is the groundless space when you have to learn to trust that you will get clarity eventually. It's just not now. Sometimes I think of this card a bit like it's a bit like being blind, like you're just blind, you can't see, you can feel, but you can't actually see what's there, what's next. Or maybe it's like being in the womb, you're in the womb, in the collective womb. This is the card of the collective unconscious, the collective psyche. Every thought that's ever been thought, every idea, every emotion, and you're floating in this pool in this ocean. And it's really deep. And yes, it's like being in a waiting room. You're waiting for your rebirth, waiting for that rebirth. So changes are upon you. It's just timing now. You just can't see. Don't make any big bold moves yet. Just wait and learn to sit with the discomfort of I know it's hard. I'm giggling here because I know it's hard. It is hard when you just don't know what's next, and you're sort of sitting there waiting, you know, in the waiting room, I call it, waiting for your name to be called out. It'll happen. The clarity will come. Just be patient. Be patient. This is a divinely intelligent process. I explain it like the caterpillar in the chrysalis. You know, you're ready to, you soon the butterfly, you'll unfurl your wings and you'll be this magical butterfly, but not quite yet. You are cooking. You know, you're baking like a beautiful cake in the oven. You've got to give it some time. Yes, okay. Such a warm feeling with that card, Sam. It's a beautiful card. It's emotional IQ. That card represents emotional, well, I think so, emotional IQ. It's a very intelligent card. The intelligence of the heart. No worries, Eva. Sorry, I can't tell you what's next. You're not meant to know yet. You'll have to wait. Okay, Nigel. How are we going for time? Oh, I've still got plenty of time. Hey, I'm getting a bit quicker at my readings, hey? Nigel. Might just have a bit of my Milo. I'm having Milo tonight. Craving chocolate. Yes, me and chocolate. Chocolate and I. Hi, Maureen. You've just jumped on. You'll have to wait because other people have been here for a while. So you'll just have to wait, Maureen. Sorry. Or Marine. Marine, it's probably. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Nigel. Okay. There we go. Look at the state of this card. I don't want to see what it is. It's well worn. I wonder what it is, Nigel. Oh, justice. Nigel, have you started your training yet? Are you thinking of re-enrolling in something different next year? I think this card came up for you last time. I have a feeling this has come up for you before. Interesting. So this card represents you using your mind, getting emotions out of the way. This is about black and white, the tiles, black and white thinking. This is about logic and reasoning, wisdom, and the balance of mind and the intelligence. We've got Athena here. She's very strategic. She's a strategic goddess. She's about strategic planning, goal setting, planning. And she's not really calculated in her way. She's just she wins war through brilliance of mind. And so this card often comes up when we're ready to sign new contracts or the potential for signing new contracts or new commitments that require some kind of signature, some kind of formal contract, or maybe it's the receiving of a certification, receiving something as a formal certification. But my sense, this feels like about study. It feels like something to do with study and the formalities around that. It could even be, I feel like it's around study or the signing, you're signing off on something or committing. It's a commitment signature. It's a signature of commitment to something, but it's in your favor. It's in your favor. So I'm pretty sure I have some strange uncanny memory, and I read a lot of cards, but I seem to remember the cards that I pull for people. I'm pretty sure you've had this card before. The last time I read for you, I think this card came up. I should look at the comments. Oh, last time was Eight of Pentacles. Oh, maybe it wasn't for you then. I thought it was. I thought we read this card. Oh, but we were talking about study then, weren't we? Interesting. Okay. Yes. So the signing off of contracts or signing up to something, the commitment. Intellectual commitment. Okay, Marcia, I'll read for you. What are you going to study, Nigel? What are you studying? Or what are you going to study? Or what are you planning on studying next year? What are you planning on signing up for? Would love to know. I know you've been wanting to write a book. I feel like this is more study orientated. Maybe I'm wrong. Hi, Yvonne. Hi. Okay. So, Marsha. Is it Marcia or Marsha? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's irritating when people don't pronounce your name right, isn't it? It could be Marcia. I'm sure you'll let me know. Let me see, because I can't see. I just got rid of the comments. Oh, well. Gone. Well, I can't read it on there. Let me see if it comes up here. No, it's disappeared. Whoops. Okay, Marcia, this is for you. I hope you're still here. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it, Nigel. Don't be afraid. Marcia. I thought it was Marcia. I'm sorry. I'm glad I asked. Yes, go and do it. Go and do it, Nigel. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I think that would be a fabulous role for you. It would suit you so well. Could get your cards out for your clients as well. They would love it. Okay, Marcia. Here's your card. Oh, wishes coming true. This is like my most favorite card of all the cards. Everybody wants this card. This is like the card that everybody, when you have a reading, you're kind of secretly hoping that the Nine of Cups is going to show up and all your dreams are going to come true. Yes, yes, this is your yes card. This is your yes. Long-held, heart-led, heartfelt wishes are yours. It's a yes. So don't think you've missed out. Don't think it's not going to happen. It's all there. It's happening. It's in your field. It's there. Can you see how beautiful this card is? Look at the colors. Aphrodite's beautiful pink, whatever you call that thing wrapped around her, that cloth wrapped around her, and the color of the ocean in the back, and the green on the rocks, and the golden Eros, and beautiful Psyche in all her white. It's just, and it looks like a celebration. It's a beautiful card, a celebration of love, of two people coming together, and the commitment being made, a commitment to the heart, a real commitment, the second marriage, the second coming together. So these two had a bit of a rough trot. They had a pretty hard time. Aphrodite was trying to kill Psyche. So Psyche worked hard. She's been working hard. You've done a lot of inner work. And you're still, it doesn't end, but this is you having done the hard yards, you will get what you want. You will get what you want. In terms of matters of the heart, you will get what you want. If you haven't got it already, it's on its way sooner than you expect. Let go of your expectations, open your heart and trust. Aphrodite is blessing you with love. The goddess of love is blessing you. It's on its way. If it's not already here, it's on its way sooner than later. Okay. Who else am I going to read for? Joe. Joe, are you still here? You need to give me a yes if you're still here. You're so welcome, Marcia. Whilst I'm waiting for Joe, those of you, hi Kim, potentially I'm just waiting for Joe. So, yes, I have an amazing event on Halloween at beautiful Flourish Centre in Stirling. Parking's on site too. You don't even have to look for parking. I'm going to create a beautiful event, a little coven for us witchy sisters to come together to do some channeling. I'm going to bring my crystal bowls. I've got a beautiful set of new ones I've been dying to use. My drums. I've got a beautiful triangular drum as well as my deer drum. And yes, some treats, some Samhain treats, Halloween treats. And I'm going to teach you how to channel your spirit guide and to reconnect with deceased loved ones who have passed over. I've got some beautiful, I keep using the word beautiful. I know, I just noticed I'm doing that. But I do, they are beautiful. Some beeswax coming. I'm going to hand pour some candles for us. And I'll enchant them. I'll put some herbs in there. Rosemary is a really good, so heads up. So rosemary protects your home. If you want a protection around your home, plant rosemary. A lot of witches, what they'll do is they'll hang rosemary on the door, in the door frame to protect your home. And rosemary is really good for calling in loved ones who have passed over. You'll see people when you go to funerals, you'll see people have rosemary with some lavender or rose or something, but there's usually rosemary there as well. And rosemary is actually a very abundant herb too, by the way. by the way. I've just been missing my witchery beyond all. I'm craving it. I cannot wait till my wax shows up. Can't wait. Anyway, so I've got lost in that. So I've got an event on the 31st of October and I've got 5 spots, 5 seats left. I'll put a link in the comments section and then I'm going to read for Joe. Yes, I'd love for you to attend. I think you will enjoy it. It's only for Perth people, obviously, because it's an in-house event. This isn't online. This is in-house, face-to-face. Can't wait to hug all my sister, my witchy sisters. It's been a while. Flourish Centre. Yes, that's the one, Joe. That's the one. It's near you as well. It's near both of us. It's not too far. It's really nice. It's beautiful in there. Really, like, it's just got a really good, nurturing feel. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's such a great space. I walked in there and just went, yes, I don't even want to look at anything else. This is fine. It's beautiful. Okay. Yes, with the pink garage. All right. So, Joe, here we go. Here's your card. Oh, and it's just, it's like it's staring at me. It's popping straight out. Popping. Oh, Joe, look at this. This is a guy coming into your field. Oh, do you know? This is somebody who's very sensitive. Do you know, this guy, his name is Orpheus. And he is the son, Apollo has a few sons. He is the son of Apollo. And he learnt to play music by his father, Apollo, who plays the lyre, and he taught his son. And Orpheus was in love. He was in love with his wife. And on the day that they were getting married, she got bitten by a snake at the altar and died. And he was devastated. And so what he did is, so she went into the underworld, and he went into the underworld knowing that he may not return, but hoping to bring his wife back. And he begged Hades. And what he did is he played music in the underworld to convince them of his love for his wife. And it was so beautiful. His poetry, he was a poet as well. His poetry was so beautiful that he moved everyone so deeply in the underworld that he brought them all to tears. And so they decided to let him bring his wife back, but on one condition. So he wasn't to turn back. So she was to follow him out of the underworld, but he wasn't allowed to turn back to see if she was still behind him. He had to trust that she was there. So he didn't do that. He was just about to get to the end, to see daylight, to conscious awareness, and he turned back. He didn't trust, and he lost her forever. So he became a healer, and because of that, he started to heal others in waking reality and conscious reality. And he would do that by reciting love songs, poems of love to heal broken hearts. And so people would come to him with their broken heart, and he would play the lyre and sing them this beautiful. I love him, and he would sing poetry to them, and then he would heal them, and everybody loved him. The problem with this guy is that he never let anybody get close to him again. After he lost his wife, he just couldn't let anybody in. So he hid. You can see here if you saw the beginning of the reading, we had Helen, the Queen of Cups, and her gown was in the water. His gown isn't touching the water. He's afraid of his own emotional depths. He is afraid of his feelings. So this is a guy coming into your field, Joe, someone who is very protecting themselves. And does this mean that he's a bad person? No. Does this mean you should overanalyze him? Don't. Give him time. Give him a chance. This is someone new. This is someone brand new coming into your field. And I don't think it's tomorrow. Or maybe he's already here. I don't know. I don't think so. But it's not far away. And him coming into your field, this is someone who is a really good listener, someone who appears to have this really high emotional IQ. Someone who's strong, emotionally strong, well at listening to other people's stuff, but he's not very good at sharing his emotions, so you need to be patient with him. You need to be patient with him. So, I want an Orpheus too. He's coming into your field. He's on his way. He's on his way, Joe. He's not far away. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. This is also a sign that you need to work on your own stuff too. To go deep in your own emotional world as well, which I know you do. But this is just a reminder that you need to drop down your guard as well to let love in. Okay. Yes, Janine, me too. I love them as well. I love these cards. They are just the best, and I love Greek mythology. I wish that I knew more. I want to know more about it. I need to study more about the myths. There are many different interpretations of what the myths mean, and I think what's so magical about the myths is that your soul gets to interpret. The myths engage with your unconscious or your subconscious. They engage with your soul beyond the critical mind. You get to make sense of it on your terms, and they're archetypal journeys. What that means is that they speak to us beyond the words. It's like you're there, you're in the landscape. As I'm telling the story, you're in the landscape and experiencing it for yourself on your terms, and what it means for you to be Orpheus, for example, or to be his wife, or to be in the underworld when they were playing, when he was singing his beautiful song. Yes. So I love teaching the tarot. I love it. I cannot get enough of it. I'll be doing more of that next year. I don't think I'll be offering another tarot program. Never say never, but I don't think I won't start another one until next year. I've got 2 amazing groups running, and I want to give them. I don't want to be distracted with you know. It gets too messy when there's too many different groups running at once. It does. It gets too distracting. Next year, I'll noted, Joe, noted. Okay, how are we going for time? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. So, everyone, sending you so much love. I have really appreciated you all turning up. I'm so glad that you've all shown up for 7 o'clock. It's such a good start time. It means that I get to finish early. Don't forget, I've got my amazing event in Perth. Come along. Come along. I would love for you to attend. I've only got 5 seats available though. So, and they'll go quickly. 2 weeks. We start in 2 weeks. So, yes. Jump in, it's yours. You'll get a free pendulum as well. I'm going to gift you a pendulum, and then I'm going to show you how to use it properly on the day as well. Look at these pendulums. This is a moonstone one. So pretty. Look at the colour. Can you see the rainbow colours on it? It's gorgeous. Also, I think I only have one. I'll save this one for whoever messages me. I'm pretty sure I've only got 1 moonstone, so let me have a look. I think so. I've got to go through them. I think so. I think that's the only moonstone one I've got. If you want it and you want to come along, message me. Say, I want the moonstone. Save that one for me. Okay. I'll just put a link in the comments again. So if you just know you don't have to go and find it again. If you want to come along, channeling workshop. And then that's it from me. Sending you all so much love. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening. Bye, everyone.